Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It doesn't cost you anything, it's totally free. Okay. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a Four of Swords, very balanced, very kind of magnanimous almost. This is an energy, I think, that really is making fair and reasonable connections with people, right? Tries to be inclusive, tries to include everyone, so to speak. But let's put this into some context. Let's see what's going on here. We've got some Hierophant energy. We got the Five of Swords, but it is reversed. Interesting. I don't read reversals. Sometimes a card makes its way upside down into the pack, and we'll just look at it that way, and that's fine with me. I like it better this way anyway. We have a Princess of Swords. We've got that Nine of Wands. Oh, and the Sun. Look at that. Emperor, there is your power card. We've got to ring the bell. That is the Emperor energy. This is the Aries energy. I think this is active, and this is in the position of your general energy. So that makes it even more special, right? We've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Nine of... A lot of good things are coming your way. I got to say that. A lot of good things, especially over here. We're showing a lot of love, a lot of abundance, a lot of gain, progress, a lot of rewards for your labors over here. All right. Interesting that we have all of this air going down the middle. I think that's going to be significant. We're transcending something that's been limiting us right over here. But first, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. One random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We will just use that one. We're going to put Jimbo, the Lizard King, right there on top of that, aka Mr. Lizard. And that card will tie everything together, right? It will give us the confirmation we need at the end of the reading. Okay. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction in the comments down below. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise, all right? I think it'll be fun. Let's take a look around the room again, because we've got three major arcana, right? Hierophant, the Sun, and the Emperor. Interesting. I feel like this kind of reminds me of that show, The Tudors, right? Because you've got kind of the Pope, and then we've got the king or the emperor, the ruler. And there's kind of a battle for power here. And this is almost, I feel like the emperor is really trying to exceed, trying to push the boundaries, trying to push the limit of what is possible. And the Hierophant is saying, no, this is what's possible. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what the rules are. How dare you try to go outside the lines, So interesting that we've got this kind of duality here. We have a little bit of fire energy, a little bit of water energy. We got quite a bit of this air energy, and I think the air is what we really need to focus on in order to get all this good stuff. Yeah. And we do have our earth energy for that good stuff there. It's kind of like, really, what I see here is the Hierophant is trying to tell you this is what's meant for you. Right? And this could be family, culture, society. It could be a relationship, could be friends. It just could be generally what we've been taught. Certain things are meant for us. Certain things are meant for other people. Right? And to me, this is kind of a weird hierarchy or like a caste system or something that doesn't apply in the spiritual realms, I don't feel, right? I feel like there is no limit to what you can accomplish in the spiritual realm or here in the physical, material, mechanical world, right? So I don't believe in this Hierophant saying, this is all you can do. This is what's meant for you. This is what's prescribed. You can do anything you want within these limits. And that kind of is a little bit of a Four of Swords thing. There's a limit, right? I think we're pushing those limits. I think we're pushing these boundaries. Not only do we have, we've got a lot of this kind of idea here. Because the Hierophant says, no, this is what's meant for you. This is what has been kind of prescribed for you in your life. This is what you're allowed to accomplish. Well, then we've got this other earth energy here, the Knight of Pentacles, that can see way out into the future, can see something else, can see something different. Looking beyond the limitations and the rules here, right? Not only that, but we have that at, say, the Four of Swords is a limiting belief system. Well, you've got a Five of Swords now. And maybe it's very significant that it came out upside down. If it came out the normal way, this is a card that says, I can't. I can't, I won't, I shouldn't. This is saying, yes, Hierophant, you're right. I should not strive to exceed my limits. I should not strive for more, to accomplish more, to get outside of the kind of normal boundaries or the restrictions of life. I should not be trying to accomplish more. You're right. But this card came out upside down. It's almost like we believe in a different kind of spirit. We believe in the truth that transcends the limited, fixed, so-called wisdom of the Hierophant, the gatekeeper. So we've got this Five. We want this Five now. We're trusting in the real spirit, the real truth, that is going to transcend these limitations. And yes, it's not easy. It's kind of like now you have to forge your own way. We got a Princess of Swords up top here. Okay? Princess of Swords doesn't really know what they're doing. Right? It's a page. It's someone who's a squire, like learning how to be a knight, right? Learning how to wield the truth. Learning how to communicate, learning how to do this, because if you're transcending these limitations, well, you're forging your own path. You're cutting your own way through the jungle. And that is, you're going to kind of have to learn as you go. And so whatever situation we're talking, maybe this is a work thing, right? Maybe in this situation at work, it's basically, hey, this is as far as you're going to go. You'll never be anything more. You'll never be promoted. You'll never advance higher or higher. This is it. And you're saying, oh yeah? Watch me. Yeah. And maybe this is something in terms of creative expression or just your kind of life path in general. This isn't a career reading. It's not a romance reading. This is a life reading, right? And in life, the only limitations are the ones that we impose upon ourselves in our thinking. If we can transcend the limited thinking, then we can transcend the physical limitations, right? If you think it, you can manifest it. And that's what we've got over here, the visible manifestation. Things are being created in real time with the Nine of Pentacles here. So if we can think higher, if we can think loftier thoughts, if we can push the boundaries of our own imagination, really, then there is nothing we cannot accomplish. And you've got the strength to do that. Here's the Nine of Wands in the background. This is a real strength. This is you having this inner connection with God, goddess, deity, with spirit, with the divine mind, whatever you want to call this kind of mysterious source of light and life and love, right? The inner sun, let's say, or let's say the spirit behind the sun, right? Or the Father behind the Son, if you want to look at it that way. Because here's the kind of outward sun. Here is you being the sun. And this is you connected with the sun, the internal sun, right? This is sun and moon conjoined. The real strength comes from having that inner certainty. It's almost a faith. It's almost the card of faith. I don't think it matters where our strength comes from, so long as we have strength. Whatever you have to do to get the willpower, that's fine, right? So if we need to believe in something, in anything, in some ways it doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter what you have faith in, as long as you have faith in something, right? As long as you believe in something, then it gives us the strength to go on. It gives us the strength to push through this Hierophant and say, no, there is more than what you are gatekeeping. There is more than what you are prescribing, dishing out, and everybody gets their own measure of spiritual energy, of enlightenment, of success, achievement, right? Gets their own prescribed measure of God, goddess, deity. No, we want the full sun. Because you know you have this certainty, this faith, this strength that there is more than meets the eye. So not only are we elevating our thoughts, and this is us really thinking higher and higher, loftier and loftier, right? Because we're going up. This is a vertical path here. But we're also using this air energy with this strength to break through this fixed energy, the four and the Hierophant. To break through that and really get to the source. The creative source, the source of all light, life, and love. And this is you. Right? This is you. This is the spirit within you. And so the secret really is in this Four of Swords, which it can be kind of a blockage, thinking, okay, I'm not going to try, and I'm just going to remain fixed here in this stable belief system, this stable energy. I'm going to do what I'm told, right? But this is also Jupiter in Libra. And now we can use that Jupiter energy in a different way, because sometimes that Jupiter energy can say, okay, I'm going to trust in that authority figure. I'm going to do what I'm told. Right? But we could use that Jupiter energy in a different way. We can use it as an opportunity to expand. Expand your networks, expand your knowledge, your experience. Right? Don't just read the same scripture over and over again. Read every scripture. Read two books at the same time that are both telling you something different. Right? We have the ability to hold two opposing views in our minds at the same time. Look at the differing opinions of the world, right? Expand your mind. Expand your mind and your life will expand. Your heart will expand. Your experience will expand, and we will be this shining, radiant sun. So again, the only limitation on how bright you can shine is the limitation of your own thoughts. Okay? This is a life reading. Maybe it's career, maybe it's romance, maybe you want to travel. Right? Maybe you feel like a certain life is just not meant for you. Well, thinking that way makes it so. Right? Limitations don't exist, but thinking makes it so. Because yes, the sun has an orbit. The sun has a kind of prescribed course through the heavens, right? But that's in no way limiting. That is a fulfillment of its true nature. It's not a limitation, right? It's an orbit that it has settled into that is most natural to it. And that's what we are trying to do, not this kind of, culturally imposed, societally imposed, family tradition, religiously imposed limitation on how we can experience life. And this in some ways is the way that people used to be taught that they don't have direct access to divinity, that they have to go through an intermediary. We don't. That intermediary is within us. It's our own mind. Right? We can get to the crown directly. We don't have to go through any kind of gatekeeper except the gatekeeper in our own internal world, in our own minds, right? Let's move to the path of the serpent now. Let's see what this shift or what this transcendence in thought is going to bring to you. Right. And as we shift over here, I'd like to also ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. All right. I appreciate you. Emperor energy. See, the Emperor has realized that they do not need to ask the intermediary, the gatekeeper, for permission. They can go straight to the source and get the mandate from heaven, right? No longer do we have to approach, and this is kind of backwards to the way I kind of want to say it, but you can approach the Father only through the Son, right? But in this case, I almost feel like we can approach the Son, and we don't need this old stagnant energy, right? That we can be born right now in this wonderful spiritual energy. We don't need permission. We don't need anyone to tell us when or where or how. Okay. So the Emperor now is getting the light directly. Doesn't have to then get the permission or the transmission from the Hierophant to receive the light. Right? We can get the light directly. And this is knowing your own soul, knowing your own spirit, seeing the light for yourself, seeing the truth of things for yourself, seeing what you are capable of, having your own ideas, making your own decision, and knowing that your life is only limited by kind of how high you can think, right? How far your vision can reach. This is that Knight of Pentacles that is standing here in this fixed Hierophant kind of earth energy and thinking, wait a minute, but I can see more stuff out there. You're telling me it doesn't exist. I'm looking at it. You know, how absurd is that? So this is having the boldness, the bravery, the passion, the authority, the will of your own. And again, this is your power card. To see what else is out there for you and deciding, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go experience it. Right? The only limit to what you can manifest is the limit of your own spiritual vision. If you can see it out there in the blackness, you can manifest it. Now, what are we manifesting? Well, life, right? Success, light, life, and love. Illumination. I think you are broadening your horizons. I think you're expanding your mind. I think you're learning new things. I think you're appreciating different opinions. The Four of Swords is also the kind of this is the idea that we're seeking out people who disagree with us. Why would you do that? So that we can grow, you know? I don't want to surround myself with people that just agree with everything I say. I want you to convince me that I'm wrong so that I can grow, so that I can change in the way I'm looking at something. So this is all, it's kind of about it's networking. We're expanding our mind. I want to include all of the variables, all of the different opinions, all the scriptures, right? And that's why I tell people, watch different readings. Watch your sun, moon, and your rising sign readings. You'll get a more complete picture of what's going on, not just a kind of one-sided view, right? Get a more holistic picture. We're also bringing in a lot of love. This is the Three of Cups. This is understanding the process of creation on the emotional plane. What kind of feeling tone do you want your life to have? Do you want excitement? Do you want adventure? Do you want safety? Do you want love? Do you want passion? Do you want affection? Right? Do you want luxury, relaxation? Do you want easiness? You know, Do you want all of these things? This is abundance. This is water that is just about ready now. You just put a little bit more effort into this. It'll become any of these things. It's ready to go. Right? We've got the stock pot's boiling. You just got to tell me what kind of soup you want. You know. This is a card that's still potential. It needs one more ingredient. That is your intention. That is your will. That is your light. Your decision even. Or your vision. And what comes out the other side of this, what manifests, is going to be any of these things that you want. But this is the potential for any of this kind of abundance, water, energy. What kind of life? What's the feeling tone that you want your life to have right now? This is what you're going to manifest. Okay. Now, the next card is not so much the feeling tone, but the sensation, right? What kind of wealth do you want in your life? What are you manifesting in terms of your best life? Do you want money? Do you want travel? Do you want a big house, little house, right? What color car do you want, right? We've got to know these things. And you've got to know yourself. You've got to know what you like and what you dislike. You've got to know what you want your feeling tone to be. And that'll tell you what the visible objects are that you are going to acquire, right? Because that will help you evoke that feeling tone. You know, you want luxury and ease, you surround yourself with luxury and ease. You know, you want excitement and adventure, well, you're going to need different tools. You're going to need different resources, so you start collecting different things, right? This is progress. The nines. Making progress in the physical world. Whether it's at work, at home, in your travels, in your spiritual traveling, your spiritual quest. If it is in, family relationship, love relationships, romance. This is a lot of progress, right? And now you're seeing that the only limit is when we say, oh, that's the limit. That was the end of it. Now you keep going. This is the card that keeps going. It's a 9, right? It's an odd number. It keeps going. It's a function, not a form. This is you living your life. This is a human, doing, not a human being, right? Someone said that in the comments once, and it really stuck with me. Life is in the process, not in the product. Okay. Let's take a look at the mystery card now, shall we? I'm curious. There's a lot of good stuff coming your way. A lot of abundance, right? A lot of good things. Now let's see what Jimbo's got for us today. Thank you, Jimbo. Jimbo burned his tail and one of his feet in the candle flame a few weeks ago. Haven't used him in a while, but he's back now. All right, what is this? Oh, maybe it'll be another emperor. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe we need a 9 or a 10 of cups. We've got a 9 of discs. We've got a 9 of wands. Maybe we need a 9 of cups would be nice. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, 9 of wands, 9 of pentacles, 9 of cups. I'm going to say a 9 of cups, I guess. Or another emperor, or an empress. If you have a suggestion, if you have a prediction, put it down in the comments, all right? Let's check it out. Oh, the Ace of Pentacles. Very nice. To me, this is a gift. This is kind of, if you ask, you shall receive, right? If you knock, the door will be opened. But you have to make this move to transcend this limitation. And then the universe says, okay, I have seen your effort to transcend this, to break away from this limited and fixed state. And now, here are your opportunities. Here is everything that you want. Here is your manifestation. Right? Here are the seeds for what you're growing. Here are the keys to the kingdom. And it's a gift. And these are things that are coming your way. But you've got to have this will and this strength and this faith to break through these limitations. And once you do that, you're opening the floodgates, right, in a way. And now it's just like, you've passed the test, here are the keys, right? Car's yours. So I like that. This is a good confirmation card. And this is one of those things, it's not just, we could have had the Nine of Cups, that would have been nice, but this is kind of saying that we're not being given all of this stuff. We're being given the opportunity to create our life. Or we're earning the opportunity, or demanding the opportunity to pursue our goals, to create our life, to create our happiness, to go out and get all these good things that we want, Not really being handed to you. You're being handed the opportunity. You've earned the right. And now you're being given the keys. Yeah, that's how I feel about this anyway. I like this very much. Now, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click on the link up in the corner. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings. So you can check your other placements, maybe check maybe the Taurus reading, perhaps. I'm here every day from 6 to 8 a.m. Chicago time. I want you to come back again tomorrow. Let's hang out. Let's do this again. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. Leave some comments for me. I really love hearing where everybody's from and what you're all up to. It's kind of my favorite part of doing this is hearing from all of you. Yeah. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.